Hello, talented people. This is Catrina Frison of Banner Media Group, and I just want to kind of wrap up my conversation, my initial conversation on handling your business. We were talking about team building, and in team building, there are some people that you want on your team. And sometimes these can be the funnest people on your team. That's why I'm smiling. You want these people on your team to help you in your career. And I mean, you may have these people already. And if you don't have these people already, what I would say to you is this is your opportunity to get started. Okay. So 3 people, and it can be more, but 3 people for sure that you want as an artist to have on your team. That is your hairstylist, your makeup artist, and your wardrobe stylist. These people make it happen. These people make it happen. And the thing about it is, as when you're starting out, I mean, you may go to a salon, you may have someone who habitually does your hair that you go to, you sit in their chair and they do your hair. You may have a mother, sister, grandmother, auntie who does your hair, whatever the case might be. And it depends on the style as well. You may have a few, you may have a person who takes care of your hair on a regular. You may have a braider, that's a different person. Listen, it can go deep in terms of who cares for you, but you already may be familiar and have someone or a barber, because let's not leave out the men, right? So you may have someone who manages your hair right now. Now, the thing about it is, as you go up the ranks of entertainment and you start traveling, you are going to need someone to travel with you. And that may or may not be the person whose shop you go to because they're manning a shop. You may need someone who is mobile, who can travel with you, who can be at the spot, or hire someone in the place that you're going to. So there are different options that you can take with this. If you're going to another state, get some recommendations on a stylist that can see you, that you can plug in with, that can, carve out time. There's a method to all of this. But you want to make sure that there's someone who is available, especially if you're doing photo shoots, if you're going on a TV show, if something that is going to be recorded for the generations, you want to make sure that there's someone on lock for your hair. You want to make sure that you have a makeup artist. Now, you may be someone who does their own makeup, and if you have those skill sets, then you're good to go, right? But at the same time, you may or may not have those skill sets, or may not want to utilize those skill sets at a certain level. And so having a makeup artist on hand, or having a few that are available to either travel with you or meet you somewhere is always good. Sometimes when you're doing certain things, certain hosts or certain shows may provide one for you. If you're acting and you're on set, there is a makeup artist already there. But in other cases, when you're speaking, or if you are singing during a show, they may not be already, and so you may have to hire them yourself. Now, a wardrobe stylist is crucial, honestly, because you now, at a certain level, you are the artist. You are no longer just your regular, whatever your name is, right? You are the artist. So every time you step out the door, now needs to become a situation, right? And I'm not saying that you have to be flawless every time you leave your house. However, you've seen it. Paparazzi is real. At a certain level, if you are looking crazy, they will capture that, and you will end up in the tabloids looking crazy. So what's important is that as you go make appearances, as you travel, as you tour, as you attend award shows, whatever the case wherever your career may take you, it's important that you are looking your best. So having a stylist is important. Now understand this, at the beginner's level, that might be your sister. That might be your cousin. That might be, a relative who is very stylish, or a bestie who knows all the fashion that can get you together. That's totally fine. And even at a certain level, you can hire that same person to be your stylist. It does, I mean, people do it all the time. So so understand, it's not that you have to always go out looking outside of your circle for these people. You just want to make sure that this person does it well, that you work well with them, and they're available to you when you need them, especially in a last minute situation, and are willing to work under those circumstances. So that's the thing. You want to build your team, and you may have a home team, like I said, a shop you go to, a makeup artist who is stable in your, located in your area where you live, and, a relative that does your wardrobe. But when you go on the road, that may be a different set of people who are available and can travel, or that can meet you, still they're traveling, to handle the situation. Those are things that you need to think about now and have some conversations, about, so that you are fully prepared and not caught off guard when you need to make your appearance. So build your team carefully, build your team prayerfully, and have fun. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.